Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is One of One, but you can call me Seven.
I'm Vince, I'm back. Same shirt, doing this on the same day, so you guys can still complain about the prototype if you want to. But first, quick shout out to my homie Tim Morgan in the comment section.
Yeah.
Appreciating the dual content that we're going here.
Guy is a super fan.
Super fan. I read those comments, Tim. I got you. I see you, man. I read most of the comments on the channel.
And so yeah, Tim, you're a baller.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
And we hope that you keep enjoying at least very much the Citizen Sleeper stuff.
All 20 of those views are just you on repeat. I already know.
But yeah, we got more Citizen Sleeper today. It's gonna be another double header, just as usual. We did the thing with the ship, and we got the Celis data. So now let's go give it to Castor. See what he has to say. When you arrive at Lem and Mina's unit, Castor is already waiting outside, leaning beside the door. He's got a different outfit on. No, wait, he just has his hood up.
Hood up, and he's not throwing the dice in the air.
Yes, he's just holding them.
Mm-hmm.
Forgive me, Sleeper, but Celis is already buzzing with news of the breach. I was expecting you.
Which it doesn't matter. Will this work?
Will this work? Don't worry. The breach cannot be traced to the specific IDs I am about to create. Castor reaches into a pocket and produces a sleek green and white hand terminal. The data, please.
Oh, fuck it.
What is that?
Sure.
Something I acquired from Celis while you were busy on that ship. I haven't been waiting for you the entire time. You hand over a drive with the data, and Castor fishes around for a converter cable to hook it up. He slots it into the terminal, and after some whirring, a set of 2 transparent films marked with numeric sequences are produced. 2 tickets to an uncertain future. The child will go with Lem, of course. These are yours. But he holds out a white cube. Your side of the deal. What is it?
Yeah.
Something to help us make use of you. He passes you the square and you rest it in your palm, a small, white, perfect cube. Suddenly you feel a sharp pain and flinch. The cube jumps from your hand and rattles along the walkway. You look at Castor apologetically. Not to worry, it has done its job. Now it is for you to do yours. You look down and see a tiny pinprick in the center of your palm. Nothing sinister. This way we can keep track of you and the sidereal horizon.
I don't really agree to that part.
Yeah. You did, Sleeper. You have to understand that I could have done this without you knowing. This way everything is on the table, so to speak. Castor hands you the transparent films and you see shimmering portraits of you and Lem flickering beneath the surface. Go. Give them the good news. And he reaches across and buzzes the unit. Lem slides open the door, half dressed in his gear.
Sleeper, what brings you up here? Come in.
He beckons you inside. You look to the side expecting to see Castor, but the wall is empty.
How'd you do that?
The unit is cleaner, better organized than last time. Lem sits at the thin bar and gestures for you to sit.
Mina's with some of the local kids. Someone has started doing lessons down the way. She seems to like it.
We sit, right?
Yeah, sure. What's up, Sleeper?
Pay for time.
No, we have some news.
What would we play for time for? I have some news?
Out with it then. Oh, we could just, like, leave him here? Or, like, make him stay here with us? Kind of thing?
Oh my god, that would be horrible!
That's so horrible. Like, oh, we don't plan on going? Oh, never mind.
That's awful!
That'd be so bad.
Oh my god! No.
Celis IDs.
Celis IDs for us.
You have... How?
He blinks rapidly as if to wipe you from his vision.
Does that mean... Yep?
Yep. Lem stands up and paces around the unit.
We have to pack?
He starts laughing.
Holy shit, we have to pack!
He turns back to you smiling.
How the hell did you swing this, Sleeper?
A friend helped.
Yeah. Well, thank you, friend.
You show him the ID films and he whistles at the portraits.
Impressive stuff.
He pats you on the shoulder.
You should stay until Mina gets home. We can tell her together.
Sure. It's Mina. We will. Just, hey.
We're gonna have to tell him that we don't plan on leaving. Which has some negative repercussions with Castor, but...
It's better that Mina hears it from us.
Yeah, I guess.
For sure.
That'll be her.
Lem gets up and opens the door, and Mina, a bundle of energy and life, rushes into the room. No, I don't know if I can do this now.
No, now that you know what we're gonna have to
Robot! She shouts. Lem picks her up. Mina, oh, sorry. I got excited.
Mina, you won't believe what they brought us.
You flash her the passes, and she looks confused.
We're going away from it all, Meanie. On that big, beautiful ship.
Mina screams and Lem laughs. He puts Mina down and she runs over to you and hugs your legs! I love you, Robot! She says quietly. Oh, we have to say I love you too. We have to say I love you too. We have to say I love you too. We have to say I love you too.
I feel so bad because they're not going with.
Think about it this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
When she gets to look from the optimistic side of things.
Sure.
Right? I won't say if. When she gets to grow up and have a life as a happy young woman, she can remember us.
Sure.
Now we are the one who gave her that opportunity.
Go for it.
I love you too. And a while later, when you leave, you don't even think to check for Castor by the door until it's too late. You stop and turn halfway down the walkway, but there's nothing there. Even that little white cube is gone. So you keep walking back through the low end deep in thought, excited and scared all at once.
All right. We have done whatever it takes to get that ticket.
That is the achievement that we have just received.
So I believe all that's left is to wait out the cycle clock for the actual side reel.
I believe so. Let's see if the text says anything different.
Or if it's just like, hey, you ready to go?
Yeah, right? Let's see. Still negative. Well,
Yeah, well, it's still a cycle clock.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We just have tickets for it now.
And we're just going... Do you think that... We've made sure to not be committal whenever we're like, we're gonna go with you, Lem. We made sure to be non-committal about all of that. Do you think Lem is gonna view it as some kind of betrayal?
I mean, I hope not.
I really hope not.
I hope he understands that there's stuff that we have to do here.
We're not done.
Yeah.
And I hope. And even if he doesn't, we know that he'll be in a better place.
Yeah.
So at least we can have that satisfaction.
So, do you want to help out the Axis, or do you want to help out something else?
I mean, again, we talked about this, right? These guys seem to be the hardest to wrangle.
Yeah.
So...
left one's better.
Yeah, we can... If we're lucky, we can finish this.
Yep.
Let's do it. Yeah, just a job board. What does it say? Let's see.
Something about them talking to you. Or warming to you.
Chatting with you. Yeah, warming with you.
Well, that 5's good.
That's fine. We can just use that. There we go. All done. And there's our oh, nice! A random scrap item.
Sleeper!
Peter calls to you as you cross the axis. He's standing by the same railing as you saw him last time, and he beckons you over.
I've been hearing things.
Good things?
Mostly.
He rubs his hands together nervously. You wait for him to speak.
You know, on song, I was a teacher.
The words aren't in my head.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Don't sound so surprised. Mechanical engineering. It's an essential subject on a moon where a single mechanical failure could mean the deaths of hundreds.
Oh my god.
The heat, the atmosphere, the radiation, all of it is hostile to us. My students knew this. Their work, their training was respected. As long as they were careful and respected song themselves, they could have their choice of colony placements. They were always in demand. That meant I was respected. Surrounded by friends and colleagues, always able to call in favors and repay them like for like. Song colonies are small, close-knit. We look after our own. When the flux events started hitting, colonies went dark overnight. We all knew what those kinds of failures meant. Like always, we lost more people than any of the other moons.
He balls his hands in a tight fist.
Not a single one of my students left Song. Our future was cut off.
Oh my god,
just
wait.
Like that. They
means
stayed behind or they died because they couldn't get out.
Either or.
Yeah. My future. What am I out here? What use am I? Song is a fading memory, and the systems we built there are useless outside its orbit. How am I supposed to move on from here?
He looks at you, eyes steely gray and glinting.
Find someone to teach, man.
If you're a teacher,
Yeah.
find someone to teach. Peter pauses, thinking.
You don't give up, do you, Sleeper? You just keep going.
That really is the
Yeah.
defining trait of our... I mean, we shook off SNR.
Yeah.
We killed our pursuer and Ethan.
Yeah. Wow, we didn't kill Ethan.
Yeah, Guns killed Ethan.
Ethan got killed by Maywick, and
Yeah.
we killed Maywick.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Mm-hmm.
He was gonna kill us. So.
Yeah, 100%.
You remind me of a student of mine, one who entered the program from one of the smaller colonies. They didn't have the advantages of some of the others, but they were stubborn as hell. By the end of the program, they were the most skilled of their peers. They didn't get the best assignment, maybe because they didn't spend much time making the kind of connections that would help you that would help you get there. But that didn't matter, because I knew they would make the best of anything they set themselves to do.
Peter's smiling now, buoyed up by a little
Buoyed
by memory.
Oh my god, dude!
What is going on with
I don't
us?
like talking with Peter.
What is going on with us?
Singers are stubborn, Sleeper. We aren't going to change easily. We won't forgive easily or take help easily, but we'll hold strong. You can count on us for that.
Peter stands from the railing.
When you see Soul again, you can tell him that. You can tell him how the crews of Ember's Song operate. Tell him we will resist. If that means resisting her imperialist ambitions, so be it. If it means resisting the flux, so be it. If it means to, as you have, help others resist those same pressures, so be it. And then tell him to leave us alone.
He turns a step lighter and heads off towards the center of the Axis' hub. So their whole thing was like this. They're the stepped on moon.
Yeah.
And they have been, and not even stepped on in a way that is like, oh, we're keeping you down.
It is a. You have to be stepped on in order for you to survive.
Yeah, and it's an exploitation.
Yeah,
thing,
of course.
In a way that like isn't just fundamentally not fair, but there is nothing that can be done because they need those things.
Correct.
So it's just an injustice.
Yeah, it's
like,
one of those things where of those people there, they were just born into it at the wrong time.
Correct. So I get it. Cool. We've wrangled one.
Yes.
Of 3. Pilgrim Seed and and the step being the other, Ember Step. So next we do the step, and then we go back to Soul?
Yeah, we got the song.
Yes, correct. Make yourself useful.
What does it say there?
Not bad.
Bug, Aki gives you knowing looks, and you're proving yourself. Okay.
Yeah. Are we gonna have
Wind's long shadow.
Oh, there's their symbol.
I do like that symbol.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I see you've been contributing. Aki stands next to you at the dust house window. I was unsure what to expect when we joined the flotilla on its voyage to the Eye, but after the journey across the system, then the quarantine, and then the flux reaching all the way out here too. Thank you. She bows a little. The other ships have only been interested in sending us supplies, but we grow all we need. What the dust houses need, that is the problem that concerns us. She smiles and turns to you. Shall we go inside?
Yeah, I'd love to.
I'd love to. Come. She taps away at a panel by the window. Seems only fair that after your help with the support systems, you get to see what it is that you are maintaining. Aki leads you to an opening beside the window. You pass through a dark changing room. You notice Aki is sliding on an oxygen mask and visor. She looks at the swirling dust inside. Inside, it's just like Ember's Step. Thin atmosphere, constant dust storms. Nothing that will bother you. She passes you a mask. The dust isn't exactly pleasant to inhale, however, so take this. You hold it to your face. She leads you through a short decontamination tunnel. Wow. Through a short decontamination tunnel. And with its fuzzy,
Fizzling. Fizzing? Not even fizzling.
Whoa. With its fizzing panels of purifying light, and then through the dust house. Into the dust house. Immediately, the wind and the heat hits you. You feel the rough waves of dust scattering across your face and peer through the amber murk. Your feet slide on shifting piles of sand. Welcome to Step, or an emulation of it at least. Aki's voice sounds distant, echoey. The terraforming process only managed to provide a limited atmosphere around the moon, one which is slowly escaping. It's been like that since I was born, so I got used to the idea. You catch her bright eyes through the amber dust. So did everything else that lives there. You feel something hard beneath your feet, beneath the sand, like a coil of rope.
Snake.
Look down.
Sure.
You instinctively look down and see something pale and twisted poking out of the sand. This is step silk. Oh. It's one of the plants we established on Step. Like any bast fiber, it can be retted and woven into clothes. I'm wearing some made from it myself.
Oh.
It's one of many species adapted to Step since the Solheim collapse, which is why it must be preserved. She stares out into the swirling dust. It is as much a refugee as we are, and the dust houses hold hundreds of other species. They've got their own
ecosystem.
Desert planet ecosystem.
Yeah.
Which is funny because normally when you think of maintaining ecosystems, they're all green and lush.
Yeah.
You look at the pale, unassuming root thread thickly through the sand. Aki watches you silently. Had enough? It will be easier to speak outside. Aki leads you back out through the
decontamination tunnel,
which blasts the dust from both of you with a burst of metallic tasting air and into the changing room. Aki hangs up both masks, patiently awaiting your questions.
Why plants, of all things? Or do you want to know what happened? We kind of know that everything started failing. That system started failing. Or at least for the song. I guess we don't really know why the Ember Step is. But the plants is also, I don't know, maybe it's like that's what was our shtick back on home or something like that, you know? Like, I feel like I can get the answer for that easier than I can get what happened on Ember Step.
Let's do it. Aki pauses, pulling her shawl around her. She looks small and pale inside its layers. Step was already a doomed world. When Solheim gave the terraforming contract to Sibel, they believed they could build an atmosphere, but the moon's erratic orbit made it impossible to maintain. By the time of the Solheim collapse, the atmosphere was already fading, and Sibel's attention was on Ember's hearth. After the collapse, Sibel fell too, and its researchers scattered across the moons and any central organization lost. Since then, my parents' generation worked tirelessly to survive, to adapt what we had to the failing moon. The steppe silk, the other adapted species, are the life's work of the steppe's colonies, so when the flux started to collapse our computer systems, corrode and destroy our life support, our water supply, our agriculture, we had to leave. Aki sits heavily on a nearby bench. Soon, the only traces of steppe will be on this ship.
Oh.
Aki begins to cry quietly. You are unsure what to do. Yeah, let's not ask your questions.
No.
Wow, she's sobbing.
Yeah.
You sit on the bench beside her as she sobs. You understand why this ship, why the refugees from Steppe are so different. Their world was already dying when the flux arrived. Ember Steppe is a terraformed moon. A partial atmosphere, established colonies, agriculture. And yet when the flux events started, its people had to leave. You think of the Eye, and the delicate web of decaying systems it rests upon. What hope does a ruined station have against a wave that corrupts, corrodes, and collapses? Aki interrupts your thoughts, rubbing her eyes. Not everyone left. There wasn't room to take all the people and fill the dust houses. My parents, their friends, and many others stayed. We carry the step for them.
Dude, you left people? Dude, that's so messed up.
Callous.
Yeah.
Perhaps there is hope.
Perhaps there's hope. Perhaps there's hope.
We learn not to talk of hope on a dying world. There is meaning for them and any future they can build with the time they have. I wanted you to understand the importance of these dust houses, of what they contain. She leads you back out into the corridor. If the Flex events continue to reach out to the Eye, we need to build protections to ensure their safety.
I can help.
I can help. I knew it. You will be welcome on the Wind's Long Shadow whenever you wish. What a phenomenal ship name, by the way. These dust houses are already decaying. I've seen it. We had thought that they would last longer, but that last Flux event.
Ooh.
Help us. Please.
You got it, homie.
We will. When you are ready, we will begin the preparations for reinforcing the dust houses. We need to be ready for the next Flux event. Aki's eyes shine with the last of her tears. I will see you soon. Aki drifts away down the corridor, leaving you alone once more at the viewing window, watching the ragged, delicate traces of the moon known as Ember's Step. What do we have to do here?
Sharp defenses?
+3/+2, one is Intuit, one is Engineering. Improving the dust houses isn't the only way to sustain the step silk. With intuitive care, the plant can be made more resistant. Aki has devised upgrades that will protect the dust houses from both flux and their slow decay. She needs you to implement them.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we want to do 4 of these.
Yeah, that makes it a bit easier. We could... Or we could throw them into the other one that's down here.
Down here.
And then we can wait for better rolls.
Sure, this one's safe too.
Yeah.
Positive? Positive.
Mm-hmm.
You want to?
Yeah, and then we just buy food.
Sure. Nice.
That's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more. Okay, cool. Let's buy some food. Hey, I wonder if the ship is back. They might have just left, but I'm wondering the ship where we can buy more components, more scrap. Yeah, they did. What is that? 2 more? 3 more.
That's 3 more.
Okay, cool. All right, let's Empus, where you at, buddy? Have you ever heard of Can Channel Sleeper? Peak asked as soon as you enter the bay, as if you were in the middle of a conversation. There are heavy circles under their eyes, and you aren't sure if they've moved since you last visited. The console they are working at seems to have grown too, shadowing their slight frame in a wealth of screens and wires.
Yo, touch some grass, homie.
You mean for transit?
Sure,
Oh, no.
I got that.
Yes, exactly. Peak turns to face you. Kiomani's active negation, the name of the effect used to transport trillions of tons of materials from the surrogate systems to the core. You might have heard of it in your physics classes.
Oh, yeah, back in college I did actually hear about this. This is something made up, I'm pretty sure, homie.
At XPR, they hammer the principles into us as kids. Can. Peak recites the definition as if in the classroom. A process of collapsing spatial causality along the Euclidean distance between 2 points by negating mass simultaneously at both ends of a geodesic curve.
Yeah, like physics.
You know what I
1.
hate? You know what I hate so much?
Euclidean?
No.
Oh.
I was able to read that without stuttering, and we get to Peter, and both you and me go simple mode.
Decontamination.
Essentially, CAN channels allow for the near instantaneous transport of raw materials between systems. They require huge volumes of energy, of course, and decades of construction, but once a CAN channel is established, it opens up a system for infinite exploitation.
Ooh, is Flux the
fallout of that?
Yeah.
The backbone of surrogacy is what XPR called them. They might not be able to send anything more complex than a rock through them. Complex machines and people are, shall we say, reconfigured by the process. But for raw molecularly pure materials, whoosh.
Okay, makes sense.
Where is this going? I feel like this is angry.
Yeah, where's this going?
What I was trying to find out was whether the Hellion system, this system, ever had a CON channel. Can?
I like can.
CAN channels are vastly expensive to build, to run. Not every surrogate system has one. Many use fraction drive ships to transport their materials to the nearest hub, but Solheim? Solheim spared no expense when they established this system.
So there is a can channel.
Yup. Peak's eyes light up. They shut it down before the collapse. They couldn't run the sender-receiver station anymore, but it was there. It still is, as far as I can tell, closely orbiting our star. In fact, I'm sure it's still there because one of the issues with CAN channels are the massive waves of exotic energy they can produce when cycling up.
So that's what the flux is.
The flux.
Yeah.
Exactly. Someone is starting up the channel.
Oh, that is actually more concerning than, Wait, where is the channel? We know that it's here. What if it just crashes through...
That's exactly what I was about to say.
The ring.
It would be cool if it could go, like, right through the middle.
Yeah. Right into the hub.
Crap.
Yeah, so who?
Peek sucks in a breath. That? I don't know. They start counting off information on their fingers. They need a lot of resources to do it, and they need to have people from the core systems, but there's no real large-scale extraction in the Hellion system anymore. So why would you go to the trouble?
Just to trigger a flux seems unlikely, right?
Peek rubs their red eyes. The flux, the wave that Can effect produces, is a side effect, a problematic one, but it isn't a destructive force. If it was, the core systems would have never been able to use it. So then why are colonies collapsing because of it? Why is it chewing through systems, the kind of industrial system set up to function within the range of a once active Can channel? Peek is getting frustrated. The moons of Ember have been terraforming since before the collapse. They would have had to deal with the flux, yet everything we have heard from the refugees says it brought down every system they had. Peek falls quiet, thinking it all through. Your mind drifts too, thinking of the Can channels, those vast acausal highways that prop up the core systems and their endless appetite for resources. This system has been quiet for decades. Solheim collapsed, most corporations gave up their claims, and apart from the Celis ships that came to begin work on the sidereal horizon, no one from the core has come here in all that time. You shiver as you imagine the attention of the core. The systems of logic and exploitation that created your suffering, turning towards the Hellion system. A floodlight turned to this dark corner. A shrill bleep catches both of your attentions. And Peek rushes to a screen, one showing a crude map of the station. On it, individual markers begin to flare up with insistent chirps. Peek looks puzzled for a moment, and then their face drops. No! This doesn't make any sense!
Flux nodes.
The flux nodes are appearing elsewhere on the station. I set this system to alert me to other flux nodes near the epicenter of the flux event, but these are everywhere. The hub, the low end, the shipyard.
You saw.
How can this happen? The only reason we saw flux nodes here is because it is the most rundown part of the station. They were barely shielded. But others appearing so far after the event? You are going to need to get me the data from these nodes, and quickly. I'll keep looking at what I have here, but I need to know why they are popping up everywhere.
Like right now?
Right now.
Okay, you might be at.
We can talk more about Can channels and system history when we are back, but this needs our attention right now. Peek turns quickly back to the monitor, their eyes following scrolling screens of code spewing from the newly fluxed nodes. You leave quickly, but struggle to shake the image of the spotlight from your mind. You feel watched as you cross back into the pilgrim seat on your way to a shuttle bay. You hurry onward, eager to outrun the fear.
How much time do we actually have for this?
It's really funny, no cycle clock in sight that we can see.
Nah, just get 3. Okay.
So what's interesting about this is that we are running again in a way,
Yes.
but from something much more...
Well, everyone's running from this.
Yes, and it's much bigger than ourselves.
Yeah.
Anything having to do with SNRP even.
Yeah.
Let's see, what have we got? Yeah, here, flux node, what have we got? 6, 4, and 3. Right?
How'd you do that again? How'd you do that twice?
Oh my god, I can't! I don't know. 6, 5, and 4.
Yeah, so I don't know, throw a 5 in there. I guess we should start working on it, right?
Yeah.
Probably another cycle clock.
Might as well just do it right now.
As many as we can, at least.
Yeah. Okay.
Down more?
Yep.
Then the last one's in the hub.
In the hub, yes, correct.
So 5, 6,
5,
4.
6, 4.
We got a 5.
Okay.
Just reset.
Having an interface plus 2 is crazy.
Yeah. Reroll?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe with a 4, huh?
Maybe. Let's hope. It would be, again, I love this idea of them being like, right now. Okay, right
done.
now.
I like the idea because you could have done these before.
I know.
I got them already. Huh?
Yeah, I know.
What do you mean?
All right, Peek. It's done. We did it.
Data. Whoa!
What is this?
Interesting. Is it only on the hub? Descend. We already know it's on the hub. Is it elsewhere?
Does this mean we should have done this before?
No, it's only on the hub. Killer?
But there are no other nodes. I hope that we have the opportunity to...
I assume it'll show up again.
I hope.
Because, I mean, we did...
We trapped it.
We trapped the killer. Oh, what if this is a decision that helps us out and we have killer and we can set him off on the flux?
Oh, that'd be kind of
That'd be kind of sick,
But the
right?
flux is like... It's not a program or anything. It's
No,
like
it's a displacement.
Yeah, of sorts.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here
Alright,
is
buddy.
all your data. Data extracted from all 3. I'll just be a moment, don't leave, sleeper. Okay. You watch as Peek works on the flux data, the nodes unfolding like flowers now, giving in to Peek's increasingly sophisticated decoding protocols. Seeing data like this as an image on a screen is an almost unrecognizable representation to you. It is nothing like swimming among nodes and threads. Despite this, Peek has proven themselves to be more than able to handle these complex data structures, even through this limited representational paradigm. The bay door hisses, interrupting your flow of thoughts. You turn to see Esh entering. Esh!
Rough day.
Rough day?
Yeah, right?
Rough day. She looks up and meets your eye, but doesn't respond. Ash stalks into the bay, head down. She looks tired and not in a mood to talk. How's the weapon hunt? Peek asks without turning from their screen.
Slow, unsuccessful, tedious.
Ash slams a bag down on a crate and hops up to sit on it.
You still unpicking balls of yarn?
With the sleeper's help, they brought me some good stuff this cycle. Maybe they could help you find the weapons you were smuggling? It's clear that Ash doesn't appreciate Peek's tone.
The weapons you were smuggling?
Still looking?
Uh-huh. And whoever took them better be making the most of their rapidly shortening lifespan right now.
Ash. Peek cuts in without looking away from the console. We talked about this.
This is my mistake, Peek, and I'll fix it how I want.
Ash folds her arms.
I know one of the factions the flotilla's taken. You just need to find out.
Peek holds up a hand. Shh. They lean towards the screen. Son of a...
What's going on?
Oh no. They hid it in the wave of the wave. Peek is whispering to themselves. It's...
In the hub.
It's alive.
It's in the hub.
They lean back in their chair.
Alive?
Well, it's growing. It's processing. It's quietly working away in the dark. Look. You cross over to the screen and stand beside Ash. In it, you can see that Peek has all 4 nodes decoded and the pattern of shadows from inside them sit on the screen like dark stains. Then you notice it, the movement. The thin threads cross from one stain to another. As you watch, you notice that the movement only ever happens in your peripheral vision, as if this thing, the shadow, knows it is being watched. This is how the other flux nodes appeared. They weren't fluxed by the wave, they were corrupted after the fact. This thing, this shadow that entered in the wake of the wave, it corrupted them. But it made the corruption look like the result of the flux. It's a sleight of hand. The flux wave is so massive, so complex, that it opens up the systems to be attacked. As it reconfigures exposed systems, this shadow is broadcast in, implanted inside.
It's not magic. It's sleight of hand.
The wave from the can channel, it is a brute force way of hitting every system in Hellion. Once the systems are vulnerable, Peek looks pale. Their eyes reflect the screens. The flux isn't what is attacking the systems. It is the siege weapon. A Trojan horse. Then this thing takes over. And it's already on the eye.
Wait. I just like the... Alright, 4 eyes in English.
Speak English, compadre.
Yeah. You're telling me that there's a can channel in the system?
You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice?
I forgot. I didn't even know that there's a can channel.
Yeah. Shit. Peek isn't listening. This is bad. We have to take this to someone. Peek looks desperately at you. Oh my god!
Okay, here's the thing. I don't think Soul cannot help us.
He cannot help. It's gotta be Helene.
I think Helene, and I don't think she's gonna like
this. This is where.
Maybe.
This is where if we'd gone with Helene and we figured this out without necessarily a lot of Peek's help, I feel like Helene, because I think Helene would be like, hey you asshole.
Let's go. I mean,
it's gotta be Helene.
It's not the refugees' fault though that this happened.
100%. It's gotta be Helene, right?
Is that wise? Havenage haven't exactly made good decisions lately.
All right, look.
Okay. All right, terrorists. Let's calm down a little bit on good decision making.
They are the station administrators, Ash. They need to know. The argument rages between the men. As you watch them shouting, you feel sick. After a while, they stop, running out of things to say. An unsettling silence descends on the bay. I need more time. I need to look at solutions, try to build a case, collate the evidence. We mess this up? They look down at their hands. Ash goes to speak and then thinks better of it. That's a first.
Yeah.
Not a word, Sleeper. Don't tell anyone until they are ready. They sigh. With the attention among the refugees, Soul won't be ready to hear this, and Helene and Havenage are still mired in some kind of crisis. We tell Havenage they're likely to react badly, and if we tell Soul, I doubt he'll take it well either. If we can calm the situation in the flotilla, then we can choose.
They're almost done.
Oh, this is you.
You're too twisted up in this, Peek. This is not our place.
This is so funny for you to say, Ash.
Yeah.
I have completely discounted a lot of your moral,
decision
just because of the way that, you go, it's hypocritical, even, to say something like this.
I would say Ash is very, I don't know.
Hot and cold.
Yeah. I don't know.
Stop, Ash. Stop. You leave them like that, exhausted and troubled, and head back out into the Pilgrim Seed. When you close your eyes, you think of those shadows, that movement at the edge of your vision. Something dark, growing in the station like a parasite. You feel sick, your vision blurs. What comes next?
It hit us.
You stop in a corridor and take a breath, putting a hand on a rumbling metal wall. For now, the eye keeps spinning. For now.
Alright, I guess let's go help
There we go.
Let's get our...
Into it. This is into it, right?
Yeah.
I was scared for a second, even though we can't
Yeah.
get. There we go. Fantastic. Look at us.
Yeah.
We are
built for success.
We are...
kill is not useful. It's a lose more. Or lose less.
It is a lose less. Okay.
So we gotta help out Aki, and we have to finish up the main area with Soul.
Yeah,
Nice.
and that's about it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm down to try it. It's minus energy.
Never punished?
Always punished. Are you kidding me?
Oh, wow!
punished.
That's massive, actually. To be
Yeah.
able to use an unoptimal dice on.
I don't know.
Shall
Just
we
wanna get energy? I guess.
Shall we sunbathe?
Yeah, I guess we're using this more than I thought we would, but that's just because we don't want to use them on other.
I mean, think about how
things.
much money would have spent.
Yeah.
at that time.
No, true.
Like 100%.
All right.
Aki, what have you got for us?
The step handled.
You and Aki stand side by side at the viewing window in silence. The dust swirls and you glimpse the twisted root systems of the step silk through the ochre haze. I love ochre as a word.
Yeah.
After all these cycles, you feel a strange connection to a world on which you have never set foot. Aki shifts from foot to foot. She seems restless, eager to speak, but unsure of what to say. What's fun is, I don't know about you, but I feel like Aki's story resonates with me the most.
Sure. You are also a desert person.
No.
harsh
It's
things.
just the idea that they
Abandoning your parents.
they left people behind, and you know, the singers did that too.
Sure.
But I think with the singers, and you'd think, like, genuinely, you'd think maybe more, I'd feel more that they're more relatable as a, like, for me as a minority,
Sure.
right? But like I think it's something about the way, like, how secretive they are, like how, like,
Sure.
do you know what I'm trying to get
So
at?
I think the difference between that is because they both abandoned their people.
Yes.
It feels more like with the step here, it was like the old generation stayed so that the new might live, right?
Yes.
While with the song, it seems like it was a collection and it was like the bright mind stayed behind in order to try and make it last for the others, which
Yeah.
is a very interesting mentality. Like, because they,
Yeah.
I mean, she said like, oh, we gave up on hope
Yeah.
on a dying planet
Yeah.
a long time ago, or
Yeah.
dying moon a long time ago.
Now, on the other side of the coin, also with the singers, you have this idea that maybe it was already too late and so many people couldn't leave, right? Like, it was that
Yeah.
type of thing, because the wording was ambiguous.
It was.
Regardless, I think, I don't know, for me, both are great storytelling devices, and they're
Yeah.
wonderful, situations to throw us at.
Yeah.
But I think this one resonates with me just a little more.
Sure. It's because you like Aki more.
No, that's not true. When Peter hit us with the "I was a teacher," and we
Yeah.
went, "Really?" I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, when he was just losing, I'm like, this man is tired.
Yeah, and I love that.
Yeah.
I love broken men.
Huh? What?
What did you say?
For the people in the back. Man, these dust houses.
These dust houses look
good,
great.
Yeah.
They look so good. Aki smiles at you warmly. They do. She pauses and turns back to the window. What is the value of all this? Of preserving a world we have left behind? What would our sleepers say?
I don't know, but I'm also thinking is that the drip just reminds me a lot of Stray. Of,
Agree.
Like the robots.
Agree.
You know?
Agree.
Feels
like they
preserving
came-
a world we yeah.
Feels like
preserving a-
they. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, preserving a world we have left behind. I mean, like history, heritage, conservation.
They all have their own connotations.
Yeah, because like history helps those like learn, right? Like from mistakes and all that.
Heritage is a pride thing,
But heritage is like a cultural kind of thing, right?
and conservation is your survival.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we kind of always lean towards survival, right? As like,
That's what we're built for.
Yeah.
That's what we built ourselves for.
but is that what she needs to hear right now?
Is it what our sleeper would say?
I don't know. It just feels like conservation is a very cold kind of response. You know?
How about we compromise on heritage then?
I'm okay with heritage.
Aki is silent for a moment. Our practices, our lives require the materials, the patterns that the step provides. But if those practices remain unchanged while the universe around them shifts, aren't they already dead?
That is not the stance that I would expect her to take on it.
What is better, to preserve at all costs or to allow things to be destroyed by change? Aki paces away, lost in thought. I'm grateful to you for helping protect the dust houses, for ensuring their slide into decay is delayed, even averted. But now I find myself at an impasse. The stability of the dust houses changes things. It makes me aware of how blinkered we have been. Aki stops to look at you, her posture somehow different.
Look at that one. Never heard that term.
That's like they've got blinders on. They're shuttered. They're narrow-minded, right?
Yeah? A device that blinks.
That's
another term for blinders.
I hate.
I've never heard that term before.
Oh, are we just slaves to the preservation of what came before? It's gotta be.
Sick.
No, you can change, right?
You can always change.
Yeah, It's got to be that.
Yeah.
You are inheritors. That is the better way to look at it.
But
I think
but in inheriting it, you are able to do so with what you wish.
Aki comes close, holds your hands in hers. We must change. We must change to live. I've seen that in you. I mean, that's what we did.
Yeah, we did. We did change a lot to live.
A lot.
A lot.
The steppe, these people, this ship
Our hands are soaked in
should
blood.
serve more than heritage, than history. They should serve the future. There are those in the flotilla that need clothes, that need food, that can benefit from the gifts of the steppe's ecosystem. I want you to invite them. Can you do that for me? Of course. I know that Soul sent you. You can tell him Aki, captain of the Wind's Long Shadow, invites all the people of the flotilla to come.
Oh, sure, she's captain.
Captain? You never asked. You want to know about the flux, no? About its purposes, its origins? You wish to protect your home as we could not. I'm afraid I don't have much to tell you. It is an exotic wave of sorts, an energy that passes through matter. It shifts the very charged particles which run through our electrical systems. It is possible to shield against it, as you would radiation, as we have done with the dust houses, but only while it is weak. The flux event here was much like the first ones we felt on Ember Steppe. Localized, destructive, but bearable. But in time, its strength grew. I don't know if it will be the same here, but it is coming from the center of the system, from the close orbit of Hellion star H1. That is all we could uncover. She is silent for a moment, unsure of what to add. I'm sorry I cannot offer more, but you are always welcome on this ship. I hope I will see you when the others come. She squeezes both your hands. I hope this ship, these dust houses, can be more than a museum. I hope they can be a home. With this, she turns and leaves, and you feel that word home resonating within you like a struck bell.
Cool.
We are almost done.
Yeah. I just gotta...
So very close, and we have managed to do this in what I imagine, what I can only think is record time.
Yeah, by the way, we can do this. We can finish this one right now.
Yeah, we can.
Actually.
Like, but like, think about it, Vince. How crazy is it, like, having 5 dice constantly? Like,
Yeah.
like having money and the ship mine that we had readied
Yeah, just
in
because, like,
preparation.
oh, why not, right?
I think that we're cracked a little bit.
Just like an odd choice. Like, why not just have one just in case? Like, oh, sure.
Yeah. It was, and you were a little hesitant at the beginning, too.
was.
Just a little. But you weren't too stubborn about it. And now we're here.
Now I just need a success.
Step, song, and hearth. Hearth. Both.
Earth.
Stability in the flotilla means relieving the pressure on the refugees from all 3 moons of Ember. Here we go. Soul finds you deep in the layers of the Pilgrim Seed, working on a patch for a life support vent. You hear him coming, his suit hissing as he does.
I like how he knows he's a dying man too. He's like, I just need this suit to last me.
I had to ask around to find you. Seems you know the place better than me these days.
Doubt it.
Yeah.
Doubt it.
I was on the work crew that built this thing, so maybe you're right.
So hold out a hand.
Stand up, let me see you.
Oh, Gramps!
Yeah, right.
You're gonna just like, just
Let
like
me see how you grown, boy.
press it, like hold us by the cheek.
I don't believe we ever had a sleeper on Ember's hearth.
Soul looks you up and down.
You sure do make me wish we had. Could have done with a few workers as good as you.
Thanks, homie. Oh, sorry.
No, you're welcome. Seems like I owe you some answers, seeing as you've been working hard in the Pilgrim Seed these past cycles. What do you want to know about?
I kind of want to know about you, man. What's your story? I feel like anything that he can tell us about the Flux, we could have learned from Peak.
Mostly, yes.
Because we learned, like, oh, it's, like, originating as far as H1, Hellion's,
Yeah.
like, sun, or closest star or whatever. But
Let's do you.
I'm curious about
curious
Soul.
about Soul.
The rest of the people have told us their kind of story. I'm curious about Soul's story.
Yes. Maybe we should. Are the batteries charged?
Yeah, for the most part. Like, one's full, the other's, like, a bar.
A bar? Let's finish this out.
Sure.
Soul squints at you.
You want to know about me? I'm not sure that was part of the deal I was thinking of, Sleeper. Unless you're asking about this.
He raps on the metal of his suit.
In case you haven't guessed, this is the only thing keeping me vertical.
He adjusts the shoulder piece.
It's a lifter suit, made for work in the fields. We had it modified so I could walk around after the accident. And that's all I'm saying, Sleeper. Because to be honest with you, I don't know you more than that. You want to know about the Flux, about Ember's hearth? Go ahead. But don't pry into my life, and I won't pry into yours.
Soul lets the silence sit, staring hard at the floor. The suit seems to loom over him, looking more like a burden than a support. With the bars around his head, you suddenly start to think of it as a cage.
I was thinking about the bars, like, that's like a neck support kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Look, I don't mean to be rude. Let's leave it there. There's too many eyes on me on this ship as it is, and I'd rather just slip into the background. Thank you very much. Anything else you wanted to ask?
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
something, yeah.
I guess we can learn about everything.
Let's do the flux.
Yeah, what do you want to know about? That's what I imagine. I can't say I'm an expert, but I can tell you what we witnessed on Earth. At first, we ignored it. Few farms had their automation systems blinked out. Lifter suits locked up. Bots reset their schedules. Nothing we hadn't seen before.
Yeah, we know about all this.
But then, the news came out of Passeru that they'd been hit harder. Local network had gone down and no one could get it back up. It was rough for a while, but out in the farmland, we were used to that.
We know that there are farms.
Yes.
Yeah, Passeru.
Capital Earth. Tens of thousands of souls made it their home. Anyway, we thought the flux was a freak event until the day they got the network running again. That's when the cascade happened. System after system corrupted. Data lost. And then another flux hit. And another.
This feels malignant.
Yeah.
The bots were running circles in the fields. People had to be cut out of lifter suits
Oh
like
my
mine.
God.
In the city. I never saw it, but I heard from the others.
Soul shivers.
It only got worse from there. We couldn't seem to fight it. It cut us right open. That's what I know about the flux. Some folks say it came from the inner system. That it might be connected to some old tech there or something. But I never heard anything more than rumors. Sorry, I don't have better news. Anything else you wanted to ask?
Ember's Hearth.
Sure. I mean, I spent my whole life on that rock, so I have plenty to tell. I'll save my life story for another time. The short of it is that the Hearth is the first of Ember's moons, the biggest and the most populated, which is down to the successful terraforming system Cybele set up back when Solheim owned the system.
We kind of know the relations are bad. Everyone doesn't like it because they have it all, kind of thing.
Well, it'd be interesting to see what
does a
souls
Hearth,
take.
Yeah, what does a Hearth member think about the relations?
Depends on who you've been talking to. You shouldn't mistake me for a politician, Sleeper. That's for others to do. But Ember's Step was a test ground for the terraforming tech that Earth is built on, while Ember's Song was the extraction site for the raw materials and energy needed to make it work.
This puts him in such a bad position.
You can imagine that might lead to some tension. However, despite what people might say, Earth was never fully stable. Cybele liked to talk it up, but after they pulled out and Solheim left, our people discovered they'd have to keep the systems running themselves or the place would soon end up as dry as steppe. Earth was good as long as the evaporators kept running, kept filling our skies with clouds. Even after the collapse, our people kept those things going, turned that subsurface ocean into a periwinkle blue sky. Flux ended that though, and when they failed, the rains failed, the harvest with it. And soon, you have a city without a way to feed itself. That's when we, some of us, made the decision to set out on this place and look for another future.
Oh, I'm good.
We're good for now.
You sure? Spit out then.
Oh, no, never mind. Time's
Looks
up.
like time's up, Sleeper.
I don't think we had anything
No,
else.
I think we exhausted everything.
Soul stands flexing against the suit. He takes his cane in his hand.
Keep it up, Sleeper. You're making me think I need to start making new plans for this place.
With that, Soul leaves, and you wonder what he means. As he creaks away down the corridor, you can't help but feel there's more to him than it seems.
I was just for completing the Hearth. Now, for getting all three, we talked with him again.
Oh, yes, you're right. Sick.
He just seems like a broken man.
A little bit. Well, so does...
The broken body.
So does everyone else, really.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Soul, what else you got for us?
When you arrive at the bridge of the Pilgrim Seed, Soul is waiting for you.
You won't believe the messages that have come through in the past few cycles, Sleeper. The ship from Step has sent a goodwill gesture. Whole cache of supplies from their own farms. I'm not sure how we'll use them, but the gesture's a welcome one. Song, meanwhile, are apparently accepting supplies again, although a little
Reticently.
reticently, if I may say so. I don't expect them to change anytime soon, it should be said. What I'm wondering, Sleeper, is what part you had in all this.
I helped where I could.
Yeah.
I've come to expect that of you, Sleeper.
He smiles. You look at Soul, his eyes bright and eager, and wonder what he sees in you. Are you a tool to be used? Or an ally? It really can be hard to tell. With everyone, not just Soul.
I want to show you something.
Soul squeezes your shoulder, turning you to face the lift. He leads you along the axis of the ship towards the engines, the clanking of his suit accompanied by the constant hammering and welding that fills the echoey bulkheads of the Pilgrim Seat at all hours. With the cordon lifted and shuttles able to go out to salvage scrap and barter for supplies, the ship has become a place of transformation, moving towards some state yet to be revealed to you. You look at Soul. What is his plan here? What is he preparing the Pilgrim Seed for, or are his sharp eyes simply focused on making it through the next cycle? Suddenly, Soul stops in front of a huge bulkhead door like the seal on the front of a dry dock hangar. He signals to someone in a cabin high up attached to the wall, and they begin the process of opening it up.
The Pilgrim Seed was built as a short-range freight carrier now.
The amber warning lights on the bulkhead door send spinning shadows across Soul's face.
We built it to ship the entire harvest from thousands of farms to the silos at Passeru. But we realized we'd need to leave. When we realized we'd need to leave, it was the biggest ship we could muster.
Soul wraps on a metal plate.
Somehow, she's carried us all the way out here.
We?
We?
Farmers, mostly. from outside the city, and the edges.
Yeah.
We saw it coming first, I guess. Knew it was time. Others didn't want to believe. I was a farmer. Had a whole load of land and people to run it. And my people helped convert this place for the long trip. Others led, organized evacuation, and debated the plan.
What happened?
Not one of those folks made it. We were out in the black a long time before we got here, Sleeper. Things happen. The upshot is I was chosen to take over. I guess my crew trusted me, and I knew the ship. I argued, reminded them I'm no leader, and that I'm sick, but, well, when service chooses you.
A loud klaxon sounds, indicating the bulkhead doors are ready to open.
So not only is he like crippled, he's sick?
Yeah, man. They groan as they slide back, the metal squeals echoing through the vast ship, bouncing off its hard-plated walls. At first, all you see is darkness, then the lights go on, and huge strips that stretch back and back as far as you can see. The space in front of you, a vast bay, bigger than any you have ever seen, is empty.
When we left Earth, we didn't have the time or resources to convert the entire ship. So, much of the freight space was sealed away, shut down. But now, we have time, we have resources. We stabilized here, at least for the moment. Now is the time we make use of all this.
What are you planning?
What do you think happens next for the Eye, Sleeper? Flux has already hit one part of the station, and from what I know, it'll again. On Earth, we lost everything. There isn't much time.
Are we evacuating the Eye?
But there is enough time to do something. Think of the number of people we can fit on here. The farming stacks, the housing, and hell, we can plant some of those mushrooms you love so much. This is the way forward. The only way. We need to fill this ship with able bodies and head for the Starward Belt.
I thought the Eye was your destination.
It was, until the Flux hit here. Now it's just another stop. I'm glad I had the chance to resupply and salvage, but we need to go further out. I want you to help me. You know the Eye, you have connections, and you can work hard. I've seen it. I know you are like me, Sleeper. You didn't choose service, but it chose you.
Okay, so I want to say that there are other ways.
Yeah.
Because
Here's the thing. I think it's the refugees going, okay, shit's bad. Let's all get together. Let's try and... we can't fix it, but we can continue surviving. While Peak is trying to fix it. Trying to figure out what's going on.
I agree. I
mean, we've done so much to try and keep the Eye
Why would we abandon
working.
it like this?
Yeah, right?
We can't.
We already know that it's trying to regrow with the gardener.
Yes, there are other ways.
Yeah.
If you know him, go ahead. But I'm telling you, this is the opportunity we have now. I know it's a lot to think about, Sleeper, trust me. But think of what we can do here. The flotilla can't last forever. We need more than just farmers to make this work. We need to build a new world for ourselves. I've heard that out there in the belt, there are people who've been setting up since the collapse, making something of their own. That's our future, tucked away in those rocks far from all this. I didn't bring my people here just to let them die somewhere new.
Soul crosses back over the threshold of the bay and signals for the operator to close it up. The door groans and Soul waits for it to stop.
Think about it, Sleeper.
Soul claps an arm on your back.
But don't wait too long. This is happening soon.
And he leaves you there, in the silence of this vast bay, your head spinning with the thought of leaving the Eye.
So here's the thing, though. All they're doing is once again running from the Flux, only for it to chase them down again.
Yeah.
I think we have to figure out a way to handle it. I don't think we can just keep leaving it behind. Now we got a 2-day cycle clock.
For Peak to be presented to Soul
Yep.
or Helene, you get the sense they are dreading the
Yep.
choice.
And is it time for us to see Lem and Mina?
It might be. Yeah, I think so. I think we present things to Helene.
100%. I don't think we leave. I don't think we leave the Eye until we're good and ready with Bliss and Ankita at our side. It's up.
Oh yeah, it is up, you're right. Oh, I think I'm about to lose my mind. Am I about to cry?
Oh no, 2 cycles. I thought. Am I crazy? I thought
it was 3 cycles cycles ago.
Whatever.
Okay, I guess.
No.
We have no dice. Do we have anything else to do?
Lem and Mina. Oh no, it's Peak. Okay.
Oh god. Okay. Sleeper. It's time. Peak looks pale and disheveled with heavy marks under their eyes and strands of hair sticking
Dude,
to their face.
I'm ready. I don't know what, but I'm ready.
I'm ready. Peak holds up a thumbnail-sized drive. All the data I've compiled on the Flux event, the effects of the wave, and the structures that hide within it is on here. 3 minutes, okay. You look at the tiny drive, a casket of dark secrets. I've annotated it to the best of my ability. Anyone should be able to understand the threat, the potential in this. It makes for grim reading. Without intervention, the Eye will suffer a cascading collapse of systems just like the colonies of Ember's moons. Intervention?
Yeah.
That I'm still working on. This shadow in the Flux, this protocol is so hard to pin down. It adapts to any countermeasure I've tried to deploy. It is like trying to hold water in a cage. It slips straight through.
Has to be.
Pete closes their hand around the drive. We need help, Sleeper. This is about everyone on the station. We have to set up a meeting to tell someone who can do something about this.
Oh wait.
Perhaps. If anyone can protect the Eye, it's Havenage, but their internal policies will make it hard for them to act. Will they even listen to us? Or perhaps we've been thinking about this all wrong. Why make a choice when we can tell both of them? Why pick a side when the only side in this entire thing is one we all need to take? Peak speaks as they think, their words barely keeping pace with their own thoughts. We need to resist this together or we will fail. We need everyone on board, Sleeper. This is the only way. We send the data to both.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you see it too. They look away. Another Flex event is coming, I'm sure of it, and I'm not sure we can survive without help. What I'm picturing is like a whole, like, in my head, it's just Helene, Soul, everyone, like, just out there.
Yeah.
Like, just like, all right, we'll hold the line. You need to do this,
calls
Sleeper.
for aid!
Calls for aid! You need to do this, Sleeper. I can't. You know Soul, you know Helene, they trust you. To them, I'm just another spacer, but you are a part of this place. Hearing someone else say it hits you hard. You are a part of the Eye. Peak is right. But right now, that feels more like a weakness than a strength. I've set up a data relay at the coordinate. It's neutral ground. Take the data and send it out to Havenage and the flotilla. Once they receive it, they will come. We can be sure of that. You'll meet them there and take them through it all. No one can do a better job. They tuck a strand of hair behind their ear.
I mean, they're...
Come with me. We need our techie at least.
But I think the techie needs to do some research.
Okay. Thank you, Sleeper. I know this is hard, but we have to move forward. We can't keep this to ourselves anymore. Come talk to me once it's done. And they slip away into the Eye.
All right, let's go say goodbye to Lem and Mina. I'm pretty sure it's today.
Yeah?
I say like a madman, unsure if I am right or not. Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Okay.
Goodbye, my friend.
I don't think I'm ready for this.
Well,
I really don't
talk
think
to Helene and all them first?
No.
All right then. Let's rip off the band-aid. Come on, worker and daughter. Oh!
She's always tugging at those freaking
the dog
tags. Look at how much hair she
Yeah, I
has. He looks sad.
Yeah, he does.
Vince, I don't think I can do this.
So there's a crowd, but you supposed to take over. Do you want me to take over?
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a crowd, but you spot Lem and Mina immediately as you enter the dock. They are waiting at the cordon, where Celis security are checking the crew in to board the ship. Those that manage to get up to the hub are crowded near the entrance, but even they know their chance of getting on board is long gone. Lem, we can't wait. We don't wait. Waiting is bad. Lem spots you among the crowd. Sleeper, we're here. They are standing beside a bag, which looks to carry all the possessions they have. It is small enough to be carried in one hand.
Hi, Mina. Mina.
You got it? You got it? No? Okay. Mina is vibrating with excitement. She seems strangely at home in microgravity, but then you remember that she has spent her whole life in space.
Hi, robot.
You hand over the Celis ID film to Lem, keeping your own. He turns it back and forth in the light. Where'd your friend even get this picture, Sleeper? Looks like my old Conway ID. You look, and a shimmering younger Lem stares out of the film, harder and clean cut. I spoke to the guard here. He nods to the white and green clad security officer. They'll be doing orientation and role assignment on board. Sounds like we're going to be working under the core crew. Kind of like an intern? What do you think, Meanie? Am I too old to be an intern?
Following Lem's lead, you inspect your ID. As you lift the film up to the light, you see something strange. Something that makes you flinch. The face print into the film is one you recognize immediately, but it is not you. At least, it is not how you look now. You squint at this ghost, confused why you hadn't noticed earlier. It is a picture you remember being taken. A memory that you didn't know you had. You remember signing the forms. The walk to the sleeper tanks, the cold metal floor. You remember the SNARP employee who helped you in, her smile clean and surgical. You freeze in place, thinking of the you that still sleeps somewhere in an SNARP facility, that won't wake until you are recovered and disposed of. Now you are leaving. Will they ever wake up?
Sleeper?
Lem interrupts your thoughts.
These guys want us to board.
You stare at him without thinking, then notice the guard gesturing to you both to come forward. You all kick off and float over to them, steadying yourselves on the guardrail. You hang back, letting Lem present his ID film first. The guard slides it across a white machine, much like the one Castor printed them from. You reflexively rub the puncture mark on your hand, even though there is no trace of it now. It seems to be your destiny to be someone else's tool. Lem and Mina are waved through, the guard smiling at her excited face.
Lem turns back to check you are coming. The guard beckons you closer. We're waiting. Do you want me to click it?
I can't click it.
You wait for a moment. You need to wait for a moment. This is all happening too fast, changing too much. There are so many questions you have, so many threads to catch hold of, and yet here you are, boarding a ship to who knows where on a journey that will take decades.
Reconsider.
Is this really what you want? How will you even survive? You suddenly feel dizzy, unsettled. You can make out the concerned look on Lem's face as you hold back. The guard gestures again. Mina's eyes, looking back at you, are so bright in the starlight. If we run with them, the flux catches up to this colony too.
I know.
And tears it apart.
I know.
The greater good.
The greater good.
You will stay on the eye. You can't do it. You can't get on that ship. You turn away quickly, trying not to look at Lem, to look at Mina, to meet their eyes. You turn away and kick off hard from the guard's rail. When you reach the far wall, you turn back. The scene continues in front of you as if nothing has changed. The next set of people are boarding. The crowds are still gathered at the cordon. The sidereal horizon still blinks, its yellow hull bright against the stars. And there are Lem and Mina, gliding up towards the docking bridge, bag in hand. Lem is facing away, focused on the steady climb, but Mina is in his arms and is facing back towards you. You watch her face, confused, sullen, but twinkling with a growing excitement as Lem carries her forward. As you watch Mina, you think about your future, about the future you might choose. You know one thing for certain, that future is on the eye. You no longer have any enthusiasm for being carried forward by the dreams of others, for grand futures that unfold like angelic wings across the horizon. The future is being made now, on this spinning ring, among its people and its systems. You are sure of that. But as you watch Mina disappear into the entrance of the sidereal horizon, and much later when you watch the ship pull away, you feel a sense of longing. A longing to be carried, not by the systems that spin the suns or the corporations that run the colonies, but by love towards an uncertain future, just as Mina was. That, you think, is the future you wish to make here on Erlen's Eye. Let them go! Left behind! Oh! I guess there's twofold. I feel doubly confident in our position to stay when I was only like somewhat confident. Because while it sucks letting them go on ahead without us, after doing so much and them obviously caring about us in more than just like a friendly manner, we would just be used by a different master, right? Castor would be tracking us, keeping aware of everything going on. But we don't want that. We just escaped that. And we're trying to make it so that people don't have to run away anymore, right?
So that people like Lem and Mina don't have to do this anymore.
Yeah, exactly. That they can...
No. This is morally correct. This is in character. It's all of it. I still hate it.
Yeah.
I'm lucky that they, Lem probably knew once we hesitated.
Yeah.
He probably knew.
Like, oh, he has a business here.
And now, he's gonna have to explain it to Mina.
Yeah.
But
they got decades to do that.
yeah, they're going someplace.
Decades to come to terms before they reach their destination.
They're gonna be in cryosleep, right?
No.
They're working. Yeah, you're right.
Lem is. I think what it was presented is that by the time they reach it, Lem will be too old and maybe dead. We don't know. But Mina will still have her life ahead of her and can make use of a new life.
Yeah.
We just won't be there to see it.
I hope they're okay where they go.
They'll be fine.
I hope you're right.
We got a system to save.
We
Wake
do.
the f*** up, samurai.
We do, in fact, have a system to save.
Got an eye to save.
We do. We are not done here. We have made this place our home.
Yeah. Yes, you're gonna talk. I did my talking. I did my little dramatic little narration. Your turn.
A strange choice. Castor stands beside you at the rail, watching the pinpricks of light from the sidereal horizon strives disappear. But perhaps not unexpected. You turn to look, and Castor is beaming at you with an unsettling warmth.
Aren't you angry, buddy?
About what? He squeezes your shoulder. I only wish for you to exercise that strong drive of yours. If it happens to align with my own, then that is pleasing to me. But if it does not, I cannot punish you. What about the Celis?
Yeah.
I will do my best to follow its progress. The Celis Foundation is of more concern. Sendra Celis has taken a step back from the public eye. It seems some internal struggles are playing out within their pristine halls. But I doubt core politics are of much concern to you. The Eye, though, that seems to be your primary concern. Am I right?
Unfinished business.
It's my home.
Well, we still plan to leave, though.
It's true.
Or do we? Maybe by the time we're done with the flux, who knows?
how much of
Yeah, how much we're like, okay.
we've invested,
Yeah.
how much we've worked.
We'll see. That's a question for another time.
I have unfinished business.
Yes.
Don't we all? It is the nature of life to leave things unfinished. Why does that line go so hard?
I know, right?
I have more projects than I can count, so many games still to play and things to learn. May our future cycles be as fruitful as my own. Castor turns and starts to clunk away in his mag boots. I will be keeping an eye on you, if you don't mind, Sleeper. My curiosity remains piqued. Once he leaves, you stay a little longer at the rail, watching the stars. Imagining the look on Mina's face when she sees Celis 1 for the first time. Imagining the excitement when she first touches its soil, the joy when she first stands outside in the rain, laughing. Those images, though they will not happen for decades, are what will carry you through this cycle and perhaps the next one too.
Ooh.
Well, we have business to attend to.
Yeah.
We have business to attend to, but I think that business can wait for another day, another
Okay.
cycle.
Is it? By the way, can you just check the clock? Just
Yeah,
for my
I wanna
own-
see.
Where are we going? Oh, there? Ooh!
Once you send, oh wow,
So that was the final episode of Flux. We did it all in one thing.
One's
Or
one
two
sitting. Two.
things.
Yeah. And the final series of events on the Eye will begin. After this point, you will not be able to return to complete other drives or find other endings. Make sure you are ready.
This is it.
So that means we need to do the
The
ambergris
data
before
is
this.
a ticking time bomb. Once it is sent, there is no going back. Oh, we have all 5 already?
Yes.
Holy shit. When did we get that? I don't remember that at all.
I think it must have been. I think the data's on the drive.
He just gave it to us. He
Yeah,
just gave it to us.
yeah.
Okay.
Which means the only other thing that we have left, the only other loose end, is
The
Bliss
ambergris,
and
yeah.
which we will take care of next episode, and then we can start the last episode of the DLC.
Yeah.
This game's really good.
This game's so cool.
This game's so cool. I'm sad, but it was right, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, 100%. We hope that you guys enjoyed that. We definitely did, and we will see you guys in the next video. So for now, have a good rest of your day, and we will see you soon. Bye. I had to look at you in the camera because I was really confused because you didn't say bye,
I know,
and I
I
was
know.
like still waving, and I
Stop
was just like.